Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. Alfonso Ribeiro hosts the Capitol 4th concert and fireworks on the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol on July 4th, starting at 8 p.m. on PBS. He joined me to preview the star-studded lineup, as well as reflect on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, America's Funniest Home Videos, and Dancing with the Stars.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Alfonso Ribeiro. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on WTOP in D.C.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Now, we're talking because you will be hosting the annual Capitol 4th concert and fireworks, obviously on July 4th at 8 p.m. on PBS. Now, is this your first time hosting?
This will be my first time hosting this show. Yeah, very excited. Obviously, the moment they asked me to do this, it was an automatic yes. To be there on the Capitol lawn, West Lawn, and be able to celebrate America's birthday and the 43rd Capitol 4th in front of all these amazing fans is going to be fantastic. It's a beautiful holiday, and we're going to have a lot of fun out there.
Oh, absolutely. You can't beat the atmosphere. If there's one place to be for the 4th of July, it's right there on the National Mall in the nation's capital, like some of the best fireworks around. But then, of course, we got to talk about, there's an amazing lineup of performers, too. I have the list, but it'll be better just for the soundbite if you say them. who are some of the big artists? who are some of the big artists that we can expect?
List. Well, we've got Babyface, we've got Boyz II Men, Chicago, we've got Maddie and Tay. It's a fantastic list. We've, Renee Fleming, Adrienne Warren. We've got Elmo and Cookie Monster. Come on, let's. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Northwell Health Nurse Choir. They're going to be out there. The symphony. We've got as we said, the great fireworks show at the end. It's going to be a fun day.
Oh yeah, and Renee Fleming just got announced as one of this year's upcoming Kennedy Center honorees. So I mean, it's a big lineup. And I know you and I know you and I would say, "Oh, I'm most excited for Chicago and Boyz II Men," but deep down, it's Cookie Monster, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on. No. Deep down, it's Elmo. It's Elmo.
Babyface is cool, but I really want to talk to Elmo.
I gotta hang with El. That's
awesome.
My man. We're already on the short list. El. I just call him El. You know
you're
what I mean?
Just L now, and what are you, Al? It's Al and L too. That's great. Now, with those Muppet Sesame Street people on stage, like if the spirit moves you, I don't want to force you, but if it moves you, will you break out into a Carlton dance with the Muppets?
Like I said, yeah, I've said this a couple of times in different interviews, but yeah, listen, there's no plan on it, but you never know what's going to happen when you're just live on the air and feeling it. So, but as of now, there's no plan.
I love it. Now, yeah, Tom Jones isn't on the lineup, so we'll have to see. But the way,
if he was on the lineup, then he might be a little different.
Yeah, then it's a guarantee. Well, what's the key to that real quick, though? Just to get kind of Seinfeldian about it. Does it emanate in the snapping, or is it swinging the elbows out far? Is that the key? What is the key?
It's never the elbows. I'll say that. That's the wrong move. It doesn't actually work that way. It's the spirit of it. It's not the technicality of it. Most of the time, people butcher it anyway. So it's the spirit of the dance.
Thanks for answering a question you've probably been asked a million times. By the way, one final Fresh Prince, because everyone loves it. What do you have a favorite episode? Mine was when you and William Shatner with the laughing gas and the dentist, Mr. William Shatner. But what did you have a favorite?
It's hard for me to ever say whether I enjoyed the series and doing it, and I had a great time, and I appreciated doing it. But it's like for me, as soon as I did the episode and the episode was shot, I forgot the episode.
Right.
And I moved on to the next. It's always about what's coming next, not what's happening behind you. I don't live in the past. I live fully in the present and expecting in the future. So I never really watched the show on TV. So it wasn't something that like, ooh, I think that's my favorite. It just,
right.
It's another job, another day. It's very different for the actors than it is for the audience, right? They're living and watching it we just do it and move on, you know?
Right, right. Well, maybe you can go back and watch reruns when you're retired, like in like 40 years or something. But for now, it's what's going
Yeah,
on
we'll
next.
see.
Tell us about America's Funniest Home Videos. That's become an institution. Obviously, Bob Saget and Tom Bergeron, and has a great legacy. But how much of a joy has it been for you knowing that you're entering America's living rooms and bringing them, levity at a time where there's so much stress these days, politics and otherwise, and pandemics and everything. But they get to watch you and laugh at their own videos.
Well, that's the fun there, you know. We that's actually one of the few shows that my family and I will actually watch that I'm on. Right? We enjoy sitting down. The kids enjoy watching the videos. It's a little bit of showing America themselves, right? Like this is what we do. This is what we all do. We all make these crazy, funny mistakes, and you can sit and laugh, right? And you can laugh with your kids, you can laugh with your grandparents, you can laugh with whoever, and it's still fun and comfortable. So, it's truly America's, last true family show. So we really enjoy it, and it is an honor that I get to, present all these videos week after week to America. It's always home for me there.
Well, you are the perfect host for it. It's so charismatic. I can't imagine a better host. Well, one final thing, speaking of other things coming up on the horizon, you'll be hosting with Julianne Hough the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars, I guess later this fall on ABC and Disney Plus. Obviously, you won season 19, as a performer and started sort of co-hosting for a while, but this will be like the big main hosting gig here. Are you excited for it? And also, like, how do you balance it? I mean, you do everything these days.
Well, you balance it one day at a time, one project at a time. But this is very exciting. I think it's going to be a really, really wonderful season. Julianne and I think, are going to be great together. We've known each other forever, also, and it's been an easy time whenever we're together. We go to lunch, and we have to basically say, I guess we should just go home now, I guess, right? Because it's like already 3 hours and we've just been sitting here talking. So the chemistry is going to be fantastic. And, all the dancers and pros and celebrities make a great show. And we've got the incredible, judges table. So we're very excited. I'm really, really excited that I'm moving into the host position, and we're going to have some fun. And, Julianne and I, basically, we both sing and dance. So you never quite know, what we might do.
Absolutely. Well, this is how we sort of deftly bring it back full circle to a Capital Fourth. You ready? Tom Bergeron used to co-host Dancing with the Stars and America's Funniest Home Videos, and he hosted a Capital Fourth in like 2016. We spoke with him, and so now you're here. That's the best I can do to bring it back around. But do you ever call him? Do you ever call Tom up and say, "Hey, any pointers here? How can I upgrade this from you?"
We never do the pointers thing. We just kind of talk about it sometimes, and we talk about the love of it and the fun of it and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't have to call him on this one on a Capital Fourth, but we've talked. We always talk here and there, and he's been an incredible supporter of me doing these shows. Last season when I was I got the co-hosting job, he was very happy for me, and we went to lunch, and Tom is just a great man. He really is. And to me, he's always been the best host on television. And it's always an honor to do any show that Tom has been involved with.
Well, you're making a run at that title of the best host on television with everything you're doing. So keep it going. Again, everybody, check out Alfonso Ribeiro at a Capital Fourth on July 4th, starting at 8 p.m. on PBS. Hey, thanks so much for joining us.
You got it. Thank you, buddy.
And as a bonus conversation before we run, I briefly spoke to Ribeiro's America's Funniest Home Videos and Dancing with the Stars predecessor, Tom Bergeron, when he hosted a Capital Fourth back in 2016. Tom, thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure, Jason.
Have you hosted this sucker before, or is this the first time?
No, this is my fourth time over the past 5 years. Last year I was actually in France shooting an episode of the genealogy show, Who Do You Think You Are? So I had to miss it, but glad to be back. It is a remarkable show. It's live TV, which I love, but it's live TV unlike anything else I've ever done, in that you're on the stage on the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol with a few 100,000 of your favorite friends, and the U.S. Capitol building as a beautiful backdrop.
Definitely. You can't do that every weekend. That's a big one.
No, it's tough. Just from a budgetary standpoint alone.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us, it's a pretty big lineup this year. Who we got this year?
Yeah, they do a great job every year, the producers of this show, just packing that 90 minutes with incredible talent. And I'll just give you some of the names. Kenny Loggins, Smokey Robinson,
Wow.
Allison Porter, who is the season 10 winner of The Voice, Amber Riley from Glee, also a champion one season on Dancing with the Stars, I'm happy to say, Jackie Evanko, Gavin DeGraw. We've got tributes to the 75th anniversary of the USO, our Olympic tribute to Team USA. Scott Hamilton will be on board for that. Colin Powell, I think, will be involved in the USO tribute. And then at the very end of the show, to the strains of Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, there is an amazing fireworks display and the music provided by the National Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Jack Everly. So all of that in 90 minutes, just wall-to-wall good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we already interviewed yesterday. We interviewed Cassidy Pope, who will be performing, and then you mentioned the Scott Hamilton thing. I think Scott Hamilton's going to call in, and we're going to talk to him. I think maybe tomorrow. But tell me a little more about.
Wonderful.
Yeah, tell me about the Olympic thing. Do you know what exactly they have planned for that ceremony?
Well, Scott will know more about that than I do, but it's something they've done in the past. I think the first year I hosted it, if I have my chronology correct, we did something similar, where it's just sort of a wonderful send-off as the team gets set to compete. And I think Scott was involved in that one as well.
Gotcha. What about on a personal note? I know you wrapped up, Funniest Home Videos. I guess was it last year? You stepped down from that.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Dancing with the Stars going on. What else is on the horizon for you after this?
Well, I'm open to being surprised. I don't have anything specifically planned. Dancing will kick in again in September. Working on a couple of things that it would be a little premature to talk about, but I'm always interested in what's coming around the next corner.
Definitely. What about the most recent season of Dancing with the Stars? How did that one stack up compared to previous ones, in your mind?
It was really good. It was Niall DeMarco who won, totally deaf since birth, yet an amazing dancer.
He's a local guy. He's from the D.C. area, I think.
There you go.
All right. Hey, Tom, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks so much for joining us on Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Remember to hit the subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.